What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Smash JT. For those of you who are new to the channel, you may not know my history with GameStop and how it goes back a few years before the big meme craze. And I even was in a movie, GameStop Rise of the Players, now streaming on Hulu if you want to check it out. And I have a lot of history with the company, and it's one of those that I believed in for a very long time. And then Ryan Cohen came aboard, and it felt like everything was on its way up, and I trusted in everything that was happening with them. Fast forward a few years, and now we find ourselves in some sort of a rebuilding phase for GameStop. They haven't gone out of business yet, but it does feel like it's still a possibility for them to go belly up and go bankrupt. There is no guarantee for GameStop's success, and Ryan Cohen, which I covered in a previous video, has been named the CEO of the company, something that I've been asking for a very long time because he is very invested in this company. He's bought a crap ton of stocks, and he really does want GameStop to succeed. And then I saw him tweet this: $1,000 GameStop gift card for every player on the Texas Rangers if they win the World Series. And as soon as I read that, I was like, oh, that's a really bad look, especially when combined with the letter that Ryan Cohen wrote to the entire GameStop corporation just a couple weeks ago when he got turned into the CEO there. And while some people might look at this as genius marketing, I can't help but take the perspective of the optics are really bad. This is a billionaire that clearly is out of touch with reality. Hit that subscribe, give me a like, and check out smashjt.com for my full breakdown of this situation. I put a lot of effort into this one, so I really hope you guys appreciate it. In an age where social media maneuvers can define the public image of an individual or a company, Ryan Cohen, the CEO of GameStop, seems to have hit a foul ball with his latest tweet. The chief executive promised $1,000 GameStop gift cards to every player on the Texas Rangers if they won the World Series title. Now the Rangers' victory is in hand. This pledge is due to be fulfilled and has stirred up more than just celebratory chatter, especially from me. I didn't like the tweet when I first saw it. I thought it was really bad optics, especially when you take into account the letter that he wrote the entire company about how these are trying times in GameStop and everyone needs to pull themselves up by the bootstraps and try a little harder and be accountable. Giving money away, especially $1,000 gift cards to professional athletes that earn millions of dollars a year, makes very little sense. I know a lot of people out there are struggling in these trying times, especially with inflation running wild. And when you see the rich get richer, it's a really bad look, especially when you're already a multi-millionaire and being given a $1,000 gift card to a video game store. That is money that could be much better utilized by someone who is not as well off, someone who's struggling to make ends meet and just wants to have a little happiness in their life. They don't have that option. And instead of giving this money to all the players on the Texas Rangers for winning the World Series, why would you not say, if the Texas Rangers win the World Series, I'll be giving out $1,000 gift cards to random stores and they can give them out to specific customers for certain objectives being met or whatever it ends up being. But just giving it to multimillionaires, it's just, the optics are terrible. And for those of you who missed my video talking about Ryan Cohen being the CEO, this is the letter that he shared with everyone when he took the helm. I'll be straight to the point. It is not sustainable for GameStop to operate a money-losing business. The mission is to operate hyper-efficiency and profitability. But the biggest takeaway from this letter is at the end of it, where he says, I expect everyone to roll up their sleeves and work hard. I'm not getting paid, so I'm either going down with the ship or turning the company around. I much prefer the latter. Now, it's very easy for a billionaire that is heavily invested in a company to not take a weekly paycheck from that company. But at the same time, when you say, I'm going down with the ship if it sinks, why are you giving away money to multimillionaires? Is this your attempt at marketing? Because honestly, to me, it just comes across as extremely out of touch fanboyism. Because I know GameStop is headquartered in Texas. You live in Texas. It's a big deal for Texas to win this. But at the end of the day, it's just a really bad look to GameStop customers. And that doesn't even get into what GameStop has been cutting back on and sending used games out as new games to people. Or if your console breaks, you don't get a new console. They replace it with a used console. And it's just the optics of everything GameStop is doing is not a great look. Their customer service could use a little bit of work. What Ryan Cohen just did with the Texas Rangers, it paints a picture of a struggling retailer that is sinking fast. And you pair that with Ryan Cohen, a billionaire investor in GameStop, giving $1,000 gift cards away to every player on the Texas Ranger, where most, if not all, are multi millionaires. $1,000 doesn't even make a dent. So ultimately, I look at this as okay, Ryan Cohen clearly is doing this as either a hardcore fanboy of the Texas Rangers and he just has money to blow, or he's using this as an attempt to market the brand of GameStop and get it out there, get people talking about it like me. So I guess from that perspective, it's working, but not the way you want it to. Maybe it's the approach of any attention is good attention, but I don't know. I feel like GameStop really needs to work on changing their image for the better instead of just having their name out there every chance they get. And I'm not the only one that feels this way. Johnny Dankseed on Twitter wrote, so let me get this straight. GME is cutting pro, warranty, and now even employee benefits, but their CEO is giving thousands away in gift cards to people with contract deals in the millions? Apes will somehow still say it's bullish, I'm sure, but this is sad. And it's true. There's a lot of people in the tweet replies of Ryan Cohen right now that are excited for this move and saying, yeah, everything Ryan Cohen does, whatever he touches, turns to gold. GameStop can do no wrong with Ryan Cohen at the helm. And I'm taking a step back from this and saying, no, this ain't it, bro. And I'm someone who's been a vocal supporter of Ryan Cohen for a very long time. My trust in him wavered quite a bit during the Bed Bath & Beyond. I hesitate to call it scandal, but the way Ryan Cohen handled BBBY wasn't necessarily great. And as my brother tells me quite often, you don't get to be a billionaire by being a nice person. You got to screw over a lot of people. And that's kind of what BBBY felt when Ryan Cohen entered that. So I can kind of see the perspective and attitude that Ryan Cohen has. He's not the nice guy that everyone thinks he is. He's taking full advantage to make as much money as possible. That's what people do when they want to get rich. Ryan Cohen's already there. He got his money from Chewy and he's trying to make more with GameStop. And while I'm not going to blame him on trying to make more money, I feel like what he's doing right now is the complete wrong approach. His recent tweet really left a sour taste in my mouth. What was likely intended as a clever marketing ploy comes off as a tone-deaf act by a billionaire out of sync with his company's and customers' reality. In the struggle for positive optics and brand promotion, this feels like a misplay that sends the wrong message to the hardworking employees back at the stores and the loyal customer base. Combined together, it's really hard to go into work, be positive, when you know your CEO is giving $1,000 gift cards away to multimillionaires that don't need the money in the first place. All the while cutting your health benefits, cutting all the benefits for the employees, cutting what they used to do for the customers. It just really is a bad look. And while I can appreciate CEOs being present on social media, it's a very touch and go situation. You hold a lot of power. You wield it in your hand. You can create and destroy lives with the snap of a finger. And for GameStop, the company is in the midst of a crisis, a critical turnaround, and every move counts. And for the CEO, ensuring that corporate actions reflect a consistent and sensitive message is as important as the bottom line. This giveaway may be a win for the Texas Rangers players, but for GameStop's morale and public image, it's hard not to see it as a major loss. And in the end, I'm left pondering the true cost of this giveaway, not in dollars, but in the trust and motivation of a workforce striving to save a company that they themselves believe in. They read your message, Ryan. They care. They're putting their blood, sweat, and tears, their time into making sure that every customer service experience is great, that every interaction at the store is great, that the store is clean and organized and perfect. And then they see you giving away $1,000 gift cards to multi-million-dollar athletes, and it's just kind of like a slap in the face. It comes across really, really poorly. And I don't think I'm being too outlandish when I say this. I feel like you, Ryan, are coming across as a complete out-of-touch billionaire instead of someone who's there for the little guy to support the David versus Goliath story. And maybe this is your attempt at a marketing ploy, but at the end of the day, it just really hits wrong. If you would use that money and instead of giving it to the Texas Rangers players, said something along the lines of, if the Texas Rangers win the World Series, I personally will be giving away $1,000 gift cards in the name of each player on the team to people, the gamers, the customers, power to the players. You would be giving away $1,000 gift card at select stores or through a random online giveaway. And you could say, this Texas Ranger player just won you $1,000 and congratulations. This is a win for GameStop, a win for the Texas Rangers, a win for the customer, power to the players. Something along those lines would have been so much better than what you ended up doing. And that's what ultimately truly frustrated me about this. But that's where I'm going to leave it. If you guys want more information or you want to see the videos and my coverage regarding this entire situation, check out the article I put on smashjt.com. I will link it in the description below. Let me know what you guys think about this story, about this tweet from Ryan Cohen, the CEO of GameStop. If you think that it's a marketing ploy that he's allowed to do, or if it comes off as a completely out-of-touch billionaire CEO that really doesn't know what's going on in reality. I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, you stay smashing. Smash, Smash,